2023 Dayton Air Show. We're here at about 7 o'clock in the morning. We're doing a tour. We get up close to the statics as well as really close to the flight line up here. Got a helicopter coming in. It's about 75 degrees, already getting pretty muggy. Expecting a warm but sunny day. Hopefully we'll get a good day of flying, get some high shows. Got all kinds of really cool things. F-22 demo, the F-18, the F-15s, the Thunderbirds. All kinds of really cool things coming in and out today. So I'm going to shut up and let you all enjoy the show. Got a great shot here of all the Thunderbirds lined up. Looks like we're missing one. One did call on the radio yesterday. When 3 and 4 came in after practice and they were asking about a jet, so I have a feeling that one might be getting some work done. Got our F-15s and our F-22s. And a Hornet. Here by the Air Wisconsin Retro. Up close and personal with the Air Wisconsin Retro CRJ 200. Pretty cool. Cool, this is a legitimate American Airlines DC-3 that actually flew with America. It was even featured in some of their advertisements. It's flagship Detroit, it's the oldest DC-3 still flying. Gorgeous airplane, look at that. Moving a FedEx 757 into position over here for a static. Just making sure I'm not going to be in the way. I'm actually going to be right underneath the wing as it goes by. It's pretty cool. Here by the fighters, got the F-16s and the F-15s that came in yesterday. These guys put on a great show, the Louisiana Air National Guard. F-15 demo. So I was talking to a guy who just happened to walk by. And apparently one of the ways you could tell if the sidewinders and missiles on these are live is by the color of the body on the missile. He said if they're all gray, it's a dummy. If they're white, they're actually a live missile. These have dummies on them, and of course you got the fuel tanks. Try to make sure I get out of everyone's way here. Close and personal with the F-15 Eagles. This one is from the Navy Test Pilot School. Down the line. The Red Bull Air Show, I think it's an extra 300. I might be wrong on that, but towing it out to the flight line. To me, is probably the star of the show, the Samaritan's Purse DC-8. It's one of only a couple left flying. Hopefully we'll get to walk through that today. How cool is that? Alright, we got our pass, so we are going on board.
Tours, but usually every inch would be packed. It's very important to us in a disaster. Like I said earlier, speed is of the utmost importance in a disaster. The faster we can get there with life-saving supplies and or the field hospital, the quicker we can get it set up and start saving lives, especially after things like an earthquake or a hurricane or a war situation, a conflict situation like what we've been doing in Ukraine for the last few years. So the field hospital will slide right on here in pallets. You see the brown pallets. As you go out, you can be looking. That's what the field hospital packs into. And we pull it out and all the inner components, we have the inside of the field hospital set up just like a hospital would be. All those equipment and things have to be unpacked by our staff and put together and inventoried and then set it up. The field hospital was in 2016 after the Ecuador earthquake. So that was the maiden voyage of both of those things. So we really weren't experienced in these hurricanes and war type situations. And also in Ebola situations, because we have to take everything from them and burn it, so we take as much as possible. That's one thing I love about Samaritan's Purse is we never arrive empty-handed. It's not good to arrive to a disaster and say, okay, we're assessing right now to see how we can help. Two military doctors, they were Ukrainian military doctors, had come all the way across and they were heading to the front lines and they wanted people to bring water out of the disaster. So these are filters that we can give ability to our family unit and that way just kind of and there's so many of you, but we recently made up with the cockpit. Looks like you got these seats and they look at
And when we arrived at the hospital, he was so gracious, so gracious.
AWACS aircraft we saw come in yesterday, the E2. Last year they had an E3 at the show. Two of these actually came in. We got the one that came in at the garage, and when I was driving back to my hotel, one flew right over and turned, which is pretty cool. And we got our KC-135s in the background. Could be a cool shot. Where else do you get a 707 and a DC-8 in the same shot? Sun is beginning to come out, starting to clear up, turn into a really nice day. Walking over here by an F-35. Rosie's Reply, the Yankee Air Museum's B-25. And this actually is a combat veteran wearing its legitimate World War II paint scheme. The name, I think, was added by the museum, but it used to be called Yankee Gal or something like that. But they painted it a couple years ago into Rosie's Reply. Put it back in its combat paint scheme. But this is a legitimate combat veteran in World War II. Right here by the Model B Wright Flyer. modern recreation of one of the Wright brothers' first airplanes.
Just letting you know, caution tape's coming up when you're done.
Hayden Prophet 2's Hot Streak 2 jet truck. See this running a little bit. Jet-powered dragster. Imagine driving down the road and seeing this. I think I'd stay back. Randy Ball's MiG-17. They'll be tearing up the sky here this afternoon. Little walk around Bill Stein's airplane and watch it change colors. You were a fan of Jeff Gordon, or remember the car that he drove, I think it was back in '98 in the Winston. William Byron ran it earlier this year. Had this color changing paint. A gorgeous airplane. It's gonna be cool to watch it fly today as it changes colors as he rolls around the sky. The Red Bull Racing team. I was gonna rent this one. This is gonna be my new car, but I had to cut back a little bit. Money's getting a little bit tight, so this is the car that I went out and bought. A brand new Corvette. Actually, if I did have one, that's probably what would happen to it. I got a Corsair in the background too. You're getting attacked by a carpet.
Today, to serve and protect our country, we thank you for your service. And for all in attendance, we hope to make lasting memories with your family and friends and you enjoy the show. From Cincinnati and Maseratis, all brought to you by Precision Exotics. And our friend Eric Nelson is out there. And here's the deal. If you have the need for speed, and if you don't by the end of today, you certainly will. Precision Exotics for $199 if you are a licensed driver, 18 years of age or older. You will be able to drive one of those up and down the runway at some point. It's the world's first airport and airplane testing facility. December 17th, 1903, the first flight of the Wright brothers in Kirby lasted just 12 seconds with Orville at the controls and covered a distance of 120 feet. And you watch the pilots this modern Wright fly today. They are Rich Steckler and Hank Griffin. This is where the original Wright flyer would have been built in the factory. The Wrights constructed in West Dayton. First aircraft manufacturing plant in America. This airplane would have been one of about 100 airplanes they built and sold to the U.S. Army Signal Corps and the civilian market. Dayton, Ohio, back in 1911 was an amazing place. At that time, Dayton was the center of innovation and new technologies. For a better perspective on that, visit civilian form base and maneuvers like the other airplanes you see today. This airplane flies about 200 feet per minute, not very impressive. It takes off at 60 miles an hour, it flies at 60 miles an hour, and it lands at 60 miles an hour. Remember, it was the first airplane with regular service with the U.S. military, and it outperformed other aircraft available to the military back in that time. To see in front of you and experience what flying in 19 was all alike. I have to brag, because in 2 years here at the show, I have been a passenger in the brown bird. You and I talked over the PA system about our experience. I was wondering by that. I looked down at the seat that was occupied by the white brothers and the passengers. I looked at the same topography that they did. The farms, the prairies, the creeks, the rivers, the dirt was remember, it was almost 120 years ago. It will be in December. Wherever you're at, would you give the Wright brothers and the Wright Big Flying Organization a big round of applause for keeping the dream alive? That's what it's all about. And that airplane, by the way, is a handful.
Danny, as I turned on Facebook this morning, I'm an old guy, and so I look at Facebook some. 11 years ago, this same day, I was in the right seat of the brown bird with Rich Stepler, and got a chance to fly in it as well. It's a handful.
Yes, it is primitive. It is built around the same specs. Certainly more powerful engine.
On behalf of the 7-point energy family, we welcome you here again. 8 years ago, like everything else, they provide compassionate care close to home. They help your good become even better. And your better become your best. They are sponsoring Bill Stein's Group performance here, opening up the show and then closing the show just before the sun goes today. Your Miami Valley Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of the show. Visit your local Miami Valley Ford dealer today. New inventory is arriving once again every day.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look to your right, because right now, approaching, it's a sound that you can hear and recognize that many of you here in the Miami Valley know well. It's the rhythmic motors on a Careflight Helicopter, together with a hum of its turbo jet engines gliding through the air at speeds of 180 miles an hour to transport patients who are in need of critical care. This year marks 30 years that Careflight Air and Mobile Services have been providing life-saving critical care transport across our region. The concept of air medical transport originated in the late 1970s. Studies from Vietnam showed that wounded soldiers who were transported by air demonstrated improved survival rates and fewer complications. So in 19 states, on October 3rd of that same year, Careflight completed its first patient transport from up the road in St. Mary's, the official start of life-saving critical care air transport in the Miami Valley. In the beginning, Careflight used a small single-engine aircraft with single patient transport capability, traveled at speeds of about 140 miles per hour. And as technology and safety protocols evolved, so did Careflight. In 1989, they upgraded to the Dolphin aircraft, the fastest twin-engine helicopter in the world, in the region I should say, capable of transporting 2 patients at a Careflight helicopters have retractable landing gear that allows the aircraft to taxi like an airplane. An extra safety measure is provided by the Fenstrom, a fully enclosed tail rotor system. The tail rotor blades on helicopters are typically open, so the Fenstrom offers additional protection, especially when responding to accidents. A sophisticated electronic cockpit, fully integrated autopilot, and complete instrument flight capabilities round out Careflight's top-notch safety gear. Thanks to these unique capabilities, Careflight pilots have options to transport critically ill or injured patients when other air transport service highly experienced care teams bring that same level of care to the scene. And as the first and only air service in Ohio to carry whole blood, Life-saving emergent blood transfusions are also provided on scene to severely injured trauma patients. Upon arrival at Miami Valley Hospital, the region's only Level 1 adult trauma center, patients are met with a full trauma team any time of the day or night and are taken directly from the helicopter to the operating room if needed, saving precious minutes when life hangs in the balance. Careflight has proudly served as the medical response team for the Dayton Air Show since 1983. We look forward to celebrating 40 years of care in the air with the guests of this year's air show. There it is. You can see that enclosed tail rotor, that Fenstrom tail rotor. The Dolphin helicopter is also one, Danny, I know that looks familiar to you because the Coast Guard loves that aircraft as well.
And people are being rescued by the Coast Guard love it even more. In the open water, they send down the cable. We'll talk more about that inbound over your head and a little bit behind you. You can see the Golden Knights aircraft. Two little barrel against the nose out there. He's going up. I think David Clay. Very important duties in ground. Other safety features that help the team as we stand by getting ready for our national anthem. When ready, it will be presented back into the back of the U.S. Army Golden Knights. That is the way we have been opening air shows with our national anthem since the Golden Age of Boston in the 1920s and 1930s. Boy, out of people say, why don't you upgrade that? Why don't you do it differently than you have done for so many years? We say that there's no better way to start out an air show than the way our heroes. The men and women who came before us gave us the inspiration to do what we do. That's how they do it. It looks great, it sounds great, that's what we're going to continue to do as well. We honor our American flag. And that picture, by the way, that photo, page 21 of your program. This time to jump in the hand of the airplane, jumps away into a short free fall, off the top, Kirby comes over, Bill amidst the smoke. And now, when we're ready, very soon, we'll present our anthem. But now, ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for our anthem, if you're able, will you join us in standing, please?
Yeah, that might be all the trees.
The year was 1814. Our young United States of America was involved in the War of 1812, what many historians believe was our second war of independence. And on September 13th of that year, an American attorney was taken to a British ship in Baltimore Harbor to arrange for a prisoner exchange. While he was aboard that ship, he watched a 25-hour sailing of Baltimore's Fort McHenry, and seeing the next day a winning American flag, it became our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang loud, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Tactical Sergeant Ainsley DeWitt singing our national anthem. We're
it should be, son. Please, thank you for standing up. Please be comfortable. Please be seated. Our jumper down.
Main parachutes. The jumpers are out, and the smoke is on. As the team lead takes heading in this direction, the remaining jumpers glide to precise opening points and await a signal. A traffic jam in the sky. They must gain vertical separation to allow for individual approaches into the target area. This is accomplished by pulling down on the front part of the parachute and M18 red smoke canisters, which emit a continuous stream of smoke for up to 90 seconds. The jumper attaches these to one foot with a specially designed bracket and then ties the activation pins to a lander. Here comes our first jumper, crossing the ground at highway speeds. In more conventional Army units, these same smoke canisters are used as ground-to-ground signaling devices, ground-to-air signaling devices, or screening devices to conceal troop movement. Make some noise as our team leader brings it into the target area, shuts it down. The same degree of precision, discipline, and teamwork exhibited by the demonstrators and competitors. Nicknamed Team 6, the pilots who fly the team aircraft average more than 5,500 flying hours per aviator, and the maintenance technicians who have the mission of keeping these air possible for the Golden Knights. For jump use, it has one large door in the rear, which can be opened in flight. It is pressurized for comfort during travel from Fort Liberty to various performances throughout the country. The Golden Knight C-147s are the only two in existence with the pilot in their parachutes, but they always seem to fly better when they can hear the roar of an Ohio crowd. Make some noise as our last jumper brings it into the target area. Class Rafael Torres from Daytona Beach, Florida. He's an airborne infantryman with 1,376 free fall parachute jumps. Sergeant First Class Chad Riddlebaugh. From Miami, Florida, on behalf of GE Aerospace and the nearly 1,100 local GE Aerospace employees, the aviation industry has been moving toward more electrical aircraft driven mainly by the need to improve aircraft operating economics for the commercial airline operator or deliverer performance improvements for the military. Centerpoint Dayton Airship would like to thank Jesse and the entire GE Aerospace team for their continued support.
Dayton, a big round of applause for your U.S. Army.
Lob off the last zero, and they call it runway 624. In this case, with parallel runways here at Dayton, this is runway 24 right. You can see the Golden Knight aircraft as it approaches to David Clay and his partner controls, bringing it into land. Landing on runway 24, 240 degrees. There's a north-south runway here, runway 18 for due south, and 360 degrees, it's opposite due north. And as we look at this, this development aircraft, this is one of the new planes for the Golden Knights, isn't it, Ben? When you go back in time to the Friendship aircraft, those were the last two that came off the production line back in the late 1960s, I believe, or not in the 1980s. But this one is new for the Golden Knights.
And by the way, the kick from our right up to 98,000 feet, and that was done just through momentum. They went like an arrow, floated across the top to 102,000 feet with the engine on. Now, they were worried about the engine damage, so they did a nose-down attitude of about 55 degrees down. It wasn't until they got down to 55,000 feet that they restarted the engine again and landed safely. That was a small crew of engine representatives, airframe representatives, Air Force representatives, and National Aeronautic Association representatives that made all that possible. And people say, why didn't they just go to Alaska? Because it's cold and North Dakota. And they did have an Air Force base along the runway. We say obviously the fleet until it landed.
The Streaky was and I still am sorry.
Something you want to keep for years to come. And when you're done with the program, you can send it off to somebody that's in college. I'm to your left now in tight formation, the F-15 Eagle.
That means we're pouring raw jet fuel into the
landing configuration. A solar program that enables Dayton area youth to enjoy the historic Center Point Energy Dayton Air Show. Known as ATSG, for the nose to go way up, for the nose gear to be off the runway, and you think, hey, that guy's just showing off, keeping the nose wheel off the runway. But no, what that does is put most of the weight of the aircraft onto the tires for a wider tire footprint. You might land on a slippery or wet runway. You don't want a hydroplane, so you land it rather firmly. All the weight's back on those two main gears. That's where the brakes are. And then with the nose in the air, that's like a billboard out in Mach 1.04, 715 miles per hour. Now in the research of the airplane, they were saying that this is the first production jet with the afterburner. That's the last plane that you see on the airplane.
Now watch Randy to come back in. Okay, there's a ring of smoke. That is deliberate. That's an artist. Followed back by our fellow guys. Here's Randy now. That's a little thing over. And a mere 300. Forcing him down into his seat. That is an extremely minimum diameter trim for an aging aircraft. But it takes a pilot with a skill and know-how. See that wing? Support Air Incorporated, Ralston Family, Eagles Composites, LLC, Echo Electrical Services, Murray Gillen Advertising, Eleanor Glasgow, and JS Engineering. We welcome and thank you for being here and supporting this great event.
It's interesting that we will watch now Randy touch down very, very gently in the MiG.
And told the score 40-25 right here to Dayton, Ohio. To be presented by Raiders, Dick Fulton, dual scorecard, national receiver for KDAY. There is the airline that made the difference at the beginning of the race. The general said this might work. And through extensive testing in northern Florida, they found a way to be able to force the airplane off the short deck of the aircraft carrier. All right. As I mentioned, 10,000 were built. In the Redwood program, we gave about 900 to the Royal Air Force in the United Kingdom. We also gave about 900 to the Russians for use on the Eastern Front. 1,500 horsepower. But by the way, those are Wright engines. Wright is the Wright brothers. They have a distinctive sound. You can close your eyes and listen to it. Yes, you can find it on your television. All of those movies are available. Starting Stein, Dan Johnson, Robert Bishop, and Spencer Christie, who played the part well of Jimmy Cooper. They were about the same height as Bill. They were both twice.
Louisiana Tech University, grew up around airplanes and air shows. His dad and his brother were both air show pilots. Now he's practicing on hospital altitude. Now I want you to drop the crew to think about the disorientation as the cockpit. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His disorientation 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This guy knows the clear. Give him a big round of He'll start to roll the aircraft on the way up. The speed will dissipate. He'll watch, gravity will take over. He will stop his ascent. Then stop turning. He'll back the airplane up. Smoke off to get a fuel tank. Going backwards. He'll tail it and running. 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. Still rolling. Still coming back. At 70 miles an hour, he recovers. Give this young man a big round of applause. He is brought to you.
Just
Now he calls this the Louisiana Dance. This young man is a three-time race winner in the very competitive Red Bull Air Race Challenger class. Red Bull Air Race. He's going to come down to a series of rolls, hesitation rolls, stop, change direction, stop upside down, change direction again, and a number of points and all that is going to take place right about in here. So consider you're riding with Kevin Coleman. Around you go, change direction, upside down, push the sky. This is called the Superman as he goes straight upstairs like the Superman. He'll be doing a spin, but he'll be doing a spin on the side of the fuselage. What does it look like? It looks like this. Here comes sunlight horizontal. As he pushes the stick forward at about 85 knots, the airplane couples up over it. It is upside down. He does a spin. He brings it down, still upside down. And he goes around the high roll. Oh man, that's it. Now getting distance is slowing the airplane down. Doing it the high rate, reducing the tumble, and now has steady the wings.
Southern hospitality. Boy, they are great. Well, that man Kevin started the Marion Cole Memorial Scholarship. Marion Cole and his brothers was an aviation and air show legend. Always. Chance Falk was the designer of that aircraft. They call it the bent wing bird, and you'll see on some of the passes where the wing.
to operate at slow speeds and at high angles of attack. The superior flight control
of gravity in a very tight turn radius. Whether in a dogfight or avoiding surface-to-air missiles, the ability of the Superhornet to charge. Ladies and gentlemen, from your right,
degrees the
the nose is pitched up above the horizon.
The offensive, few other aircraft in the world would attempt to maneuver this slow speed and nose high altitude with 2 digital flight control computers aiding the aircrew. The 40,000 Super Hornet remains the flaps are extended to enhance lift at the slowest speed required for the landing. Now, once lined up with the runway or in the groove, the airplane will slow to off-speed angle of attack, which is how the Navy tailhead aircraft determine their landing speed. After touchdown, the throttle will get up, the airplane will be airborne again, and accelerate only a few feet above the ground prior to reaching minimum portable airspeed. Upon landing, upon reaching the appropriate speed and
Birds will be in the aviation's past, performed alongside the high-tech weapon we represent in today's Navy carrier aviation. Through these unique formation point demonstrations, we hope to provide inspiration for the men and women
as the dominant weapon systems of naval warfare. On the first pass, the formation will parade past Joe's center for the photo pass. Get your cameras ready for more than 70 years of naval aviation history as the passes Joe's center.
Lieutenant Wes Perkins and Lieutenant David Sands flying the F-15s Super Hornet.
companies, the Chance Vaughn Company, the Brewster Company, which introduced Too Good, and in Akron, the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company built the Super Corsair, went on to race in the post 4 years in Cleveland, and win races, by the way. All the Top Gun jets of that era. Top Gun, propeller-driven airplanes. By the way, the Corsair, the piston-powered motor with our F-86 Sabres, and the enemy's MiG-15, there were about 40 aces produced in the Korean War. All but one flew the F-86. The only Navy ace of the Korean War and the only piston-powered pilot of the Navy flew a Corsair and downed 5 of the enemy aircraft. Lieutenant Guy Balderon was his name.
I did not know that. You've been reading in the off-season.
Oh, get your program. Thank you to GE for hosting not only the Rhino, taxiing behind the Corsair. There's a great photo opportunity. Spirit definitely slowed up for a stop where you can get both of them in their camera. Thank you, GE, for hosting those great performances.
The most feared aircraft in the world today, your United States Air Force's F-22 Raptor!
tried to rest. Since it came out at the end of May last year, how cool is that?
You're right, Hollywood, and my ego's writing checks my body can't cash.
You know, there's another line from the movie that I could quote, but it's not for mixed company. Baloney. It's something like that. Good to see you guys. Who's going to do it? Nobody? Nobody? All right. A lot of stuff going on here. C-17 is going to be rolling. F-22 is getting off the line. C-17 is getting on the runway. And Wright is going to introduce the crew members to you and will tell you about the flight profile, tell you about some of the great things of this C-17 Globemaster running.
Third only to the B-2 stealth bomber, to the E-3 Sentry, and then coming in, one of about 275 or so of these have been built. We'll have some more numbers for you, but as you watch it, take a look at the C-17 all the way.
Altitude before reaching the perimeter of the airport where hostile forces may get a great or lucky ground shot and ruin the day on the C-17 crew. So they pitch up about 30 degrees, get to this area of altitude, and out of their tail gun position, they're set up for deep.
E-17 Globemaster 3.
Now, several design features into the airplane was the engines are mounted to the needs to be utilized. In fact, if you don't have an aircraft taxiway like we have here in Dayton, if we have 90 feet of runway width, because the tires are very close to each other, you can turn around, go up to the high ground, with a 90-foot diameter runway. If you don't have a diameter runway, you have to work on it. Just bag it up. So you have to bag it up, or look at you have to walk, whatever you have to go up. that they are 9 feet tall, the height of a regulation basketball hoop. And they do wonders for that airplane and other airplanes as well. Great innovation. There was a conference because of space age and wide aircraft around the world. It has saved, by the way, Joe Howard's now up at aerodynamic heaven. We lost him about a year and a half ago. Really, really neat guy. And he and his crew and the winglets have saved billions and billions and billions of gasoline gallons through that innovation. That is too cool for words.
This aircraft, since its was first flown in 1991, has shown about a 92% mission capability, mission reliability rating. And that has been very, very important. And as you see this, when it went into the bank, Danny, I looked, and it had to be 50 or 55 degrees of bank. That is pretty much unheard of an aircraft this size.
It is agile. It is maneuverable.
And even though it's 174 feet, even though the wingspan is 169.10 inches, even though it's 55 feet from the it can also perform some very important life-saving missions.
Well, in addition to this aircraft, C-17, used as a hospital ship. When one of our soldiers gets wounded in Afghanistan, say for instance, they administer to his health as quickly as they can. But then a C-17 like this one, fully equipped as a hospital ship with trained personnel, they will take that individual out of harm's way and take them into Frankfurt, Germany, where there is an American hospital with the latest technology. That enhances the recovery, the chance of survival. Now, in addition to that, as soon as the individual will find a hospital close to that individual's hometown, either a general hospital or a VA facility, by being around friends and family, they have found that it enhances the recovery of the individual who is being cared for. That is the heart of the truth. The crew does that, the aircraft does that, the trained personnel do that, just for the well-being of our soldiers. Watch how quickly it stops. 2 sets of reverses. Rob, go ahead and see it. That's about as much noise as that airplane has ever done now. The Princeton at 130 miles an hour. 340 today. Again, if you can, they don't act as vacuum cleaners and ingest anything that might work on the jet engine. All of the components of the aircraft that need to be changed or troubleshot are at eye level with quick disconnect panels. Control the knife-edge fit. Now what he'll do deliberately when he gets the altitude, induce the airplane to fly horizontally with the horizon. Line up the fuselage with the horizon. Then he'll push forward on the stick. The airplane will try to fly inside of itself. This is the knife-edge spin, the business, and that's Bill Stein. I want you to check the colors of Bill's airplane as he gets low. Thank you to Kettering Health for bringing this scout check. Watch this, end over end. has four brothers in the air show entertainment capital of the world, Ann Arbor, Michigan. As a kid, they went to air shows with their parents. He watched the legendary Bill Martin, Eddie the Grip Green, Professor Bob Lojack, Captain Jim Linning, Bob Martin, other great air show performers. And he said on those early shows, someday I will be that good, someday I will be an air on Bill's airplane. We are going to have a contest to spinning at the very top. He will bring the stick back into his lap and enter an upright flat spin. And there it is, as promised. Give Bill Stein another big round of applause. Now let's go to the cockpit if we can. Bill Stein, standing, you have time to talk to but I do, and I apologize later. To the He said, I know you're anxious to race. We're going to race on my time. We're going to race the Island. We'll win this race. How many people think the jet truck will win this race? He said,